time. Listen if you will. Trust God, He will see you. Oh, yes. Trust God, I know He will see you. Listen, have you any river you can't cross? Any mountains you can't climb? Let it go and let God have His way. You prepare yourself for His amazing grace. Trust God. Oh yeah. He will see you through. Oh, trust Him. Trust God. I know He will see you through. Yeah. I've tried it for myself. Really don't need nobody else. Welcome, Vnetwork Radio listeners. Welcome to another edition of Music Entertainment Industry Talk with your host, Don Paget. Hey, we got a wonderful program for you today. You just heard a little snippet of a song, Trust God, by Mr. Hollywood Logan. The legendary Drifte is in the house, the original. All right. And so we want you all to tune in. Make sure you tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell a relative that we all, hey, got a wonderful program. Another legend is in the house. And he's all the way from California. And I'm telling you, we're so honored and so happy to bring him in on today. And without further ado, I want to introduce to some and present to others the legendary Drifte. Amen. Mr. Hollywood Logan is in the house. Hey, how you doing? God bless you.
Brother.
God bless you.
Thank you so much for having me, man. This is such an honor and a pleasure. Don, I tell you, man, I am super excited.
Yeah.
I couldn't hardly hold myself together. I tell you.
Man.
You know how it is when they have an animal caged up for a long time?
Yes, sir.
With this pandemic, I've been wanting to sing and do things and couldn't do it, but looks like God is starting to open some things up for us, and I just give Him honor and glory.
Well, God bless you. God bless you, man. It's an honor to have you here, man. You've been on the stage for 4 decades. You've won countless, many of awards, and I'm telling you, and you've been on with just about all the artists all over the world, and you've traveled, all over the world, man. And one of the original Drifters. Oh, the legendary Drifters, man. And tell us about, man, how you got started in the music industry and, give us a tour.
Well, it all started. My story is just like a lot of other artists' story. Started in the church. I started singing in the choir at a very young age. And God bless my parents, Lonnie and Dora Logan, with 4 boys and a daughter. And we formed a family group. We started singing a while, and then things started opening up, and we were able to do some traveling and things. And as I got older, I wanted to venture out into some other things. And one night in Rochester, New York, I had the opportunity to meet Mr. Slim Howard Hunt from the Supreme Angels.
Wow.
And God, that's been years
wow.
ago. And we talked, and I met them, and I flew into Patterson, New Jersey, and I was a drummer for them for a while.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was my first professional group that I was, let me say first professional, national, international group that I was with. And I tell you, and that was an awesome experience. I learned so much there. Sugar High Tower, Scotty, Tommy. Those guys, they were well of wisdom. I mean,
Wow.
it was an awesome experience for me, and I'll always be grateful to them for that. You know, the late Reverend Howard Hunt. You know, he was when I first come out here. As most young men, I was a little wild, but he was really more of a father figure. You know, he really, you know, he kept me in line, and as well as the other guys there. But you know, God blessed me with some big brothers in that organization as well.
Wow.
They really showed me love, you know, and they're the reason that I'm where I am today. Because if it had not been for guys like that, you know, because they could have been the type of people that, well, you know, we don't care what he does or how he acts, you know, we just need his talent. But they weren't about that, you know. You
Hmm.
had to be a godly person.
Yeah.
You had to have structure, and they believe in discipline, because when you got wrong, Rev got in your pocket.
That's right. That's right. You're gonna get fined.
Yeah, he didn't
Yeah.
play. He did not play. But you know, as I said, I thank God for him and the things that he instilled in me. Um,
And
I,
Hollywood, just for those that just tune in, you started out, at a young age, and then you went with Slim and the Supreme Angel, and you started out playing drums.
yeah,
Wow,
it's
man,
crazy, isn't it?
wow.
Yeah,
And so, how long Slim and the Supreme Angels?
I was there. I was there about a year,
Mm-hmm.
and I came home uh, after that, and then I went back on the road
Mm-hmm.
um, with the DC Knights, the late Reverend Judas Cheeks group,
Mm-hmm.
and worked with them for a while, and came back, started doing some R&B with a
Yeah.
group out of Canada. Worked with
Wow.
them for a
Uh-huh.
while, and it just wasn't working out. So
Okay.
I came back, and I had the pleasure of working with he's the legend, he the man now, with Doc McKenzie. I was with Doc McKenzie for a while.
What? Wow.
Yeah, my brother Greg and I we were there, and he was another great mentor. I mean, that cat, I don't think he gets the props that he deserves.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he's a workaholic,
Mm-hmm.
and he deserves, you know, they just don't make him like that no more. Simple.
That's
That's all I can say. The guy's a
wow.
genius, and for those that have been in that camp, they know his work ethics. You know, they know the type of person he is, and he's a good fellow. He's fair, and I tell you, he's just an awesome cat, man.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Wow.
that's just him. You know, I love him to death. So we were there, and I think we stayed there. We were there for a while. So then the next organization, I come back home again. So
Yeah.
so um I went out. I was living in Atlanta then, and Charlie Brown
Mm-hmm.
and Robert Blair talked to me. They needed a tenor singer.
Yeah.
At that time, I went, you know, to see how it was, and it was all right, you know. And
Wow.
stayed there for a while, and I tell you, people don't appreciate. They don't get their props either. Cause let me tell you something. Them the highest singing cats, other than the Swindell brothers, that's
Mhm.
been out.
That's right. That's right.
I
That's right.
mean, they got some. When I tell you they had tenor singers, they got some real talent there.
Yeah.
And I left there. Bill Pinkney called me,
Uh-huh.
and he asked me, he said, "Hey man," he said, "I need a tenor singer." I said, Who'd you say this?" He said, "This is Bill Pinkney." I
Yeah.
hung the phone up. So I said, I said, "Man, I ain't got time for these games and everything."
Wow.
So he called me again, and we talked. And so he says, "Go to the airport. I have a ticket there for you." So
Yeah.
I went there and I think I had two rehearsals. No, I didn't. I'm wrong. I had one rehearsal because I flew into Columbia, South Carolina, went to Sumter and had that one rehearsal.
Wow.
Got on the bus and went to Miami, and we did I think it was the Miss America pageant.
Uh-huh.
And man, let me tell you something else. This is honest to God truth. I was nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocket chairs.
Wow. Yeah.
I mean, but man, that was an experience. It really
Mhm.
was. I tell you, man, I had an awesome time there, and being a part of those legends, man. I'm telling
Yeah.
you, and even got the chance to work with Benny King.
Mhm.
Mr. I call him Mr. Stand By Me. Um,
Wow. Uh,
God, I tell you, man, that was the experience of a lifetime.
now,
And
when you were younger and you going around with a lot of these, at the time legends, in the music industry, how did you feel and what did you think about, when you were singing with those legends at the time?
you know, at first it really didn't dawn on me,
Yeah.
because I was just so happy to be a part of it.
Uh huh.
Because I always had this thing, and I still deal with it now. God called me the apple of his eye, and he's always taking care of me, blessed me, and opened doors
Yeah.
for me. And I'm saying like, wow,
Yeah. Yeah.
sometimes you become so baffled, and the moment is so big. I'm just being transparent right now.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Drop all that other down.
Yeah.
I'm just being transparent.
Yeah.
Sometimes the moment is so huge
Mm-hmm.
till you just have to look around, and you heard the thing where people say I had to pinch myself to see if it was real.
Mm-hmm.
And I have been blessed so many times to have those opportunities. Played Madison Square Garden,
Wow.
sold out, and I'm saying,
Wow.
little bitty country boy up on the stage and was able to perform there. I mean, with mega other artists. I
Mm-hmm.
thank God for that, but I thank God that the moment wasn't bigger than him. Some of y'all grasp that later on,
Mm-hmm. That's right.
you
That's
know. So
right.
yeah, but I thank God that He gave me what I needed at the right time to do what He had for me to do,
Yeah.
and that opened so many other doors for me. Yes, sir.
And Hollywood, we got so many that posting in the chat. They said they love your transparency, and so many out there tuning in, and I mean they're coming in with all different questions here. So when I'm looking at the chat line, I'm looking at the questions scrolling down.
Okay.
So, but I want to thank
Okay.
all of our guests, all of our Vnetwork radio listeners that's out there. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I want you all to chime in, type in your questions. Say, love your transparency. And they say, where are you originally from? Um, and, um, and yeah, they want to know where you're originally from and where you're out
Missis-
of now.
Mississippi,
All
and
right.
yeah, I'm in the bottom. They say what's on the bottom holds up what's on the top, right? So from a little
Wow.
town in Mississippi, but God has blessed me to be here in Los Angeles.
All right. Yeah, yeah. And yeah, let's talk about you've sang with some of the best artists around and you've traveled from gospel to R&B. You've been on with Patti LaBelle, all these different artists in the industry. I mean, what was it like for you, being a gospel artist to be able to like cross over into the other secular world music to present, both gospel and secular music? And I know sometimes, coming from the church, the
Mhm.
church perspective. They say, "Oh, you should always be in the church. That's all you do is sing in the church, and you're in the box." you know. But sometimes
Yeah.
your ministry may take you out. Now, how did that? How did you take that approach when you were able to
Well,
go out and sing different venues and things like that?
well, let me start out by saying this. Patti LaBelle and Gladys Knight gave me the same advice. They told me, they said, you know what? God looks at your heart,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a message in every song that you sing.
Mm-hmm.
And do things in decent and in order. And if you do that, you can't satisfy everybody, but at least you'll be on the right road. And
Mm-hmm.
be and always be transparent, you know, and be
Mm-hmm.
honest with the people, and it is what it is. But I tell you, a lot of folks accept you and a lot of folks don't. And here's the thing that I share with them. If you're a pastor and you've got a church and you've got a job to go to, at your job there that gives you a paycheck every week, everybody's there is not saved.
Mm-hmm.
There's some folks there that are going to talk and use vulgar language. And sometimes there are going to be other issues.
Mm-hmm.
But because of your responsibilities that you have at home, you can't just up and quit that job. You
That's
got
right.
to work somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if the church is going to pay all the bills, then hey, by all means, do all that you're supposed to do. But God never told us that everything was going to be easy. Only
Mm-hmm.
thing He told us that He gave us everything pertaining to life and godliness.
Mm-hmm.
So that means you got to go out and find your niche. Now, I ain't talking about going out and be dirty low down. You understand
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But a man don't work, he don't eat.
That's right.
It's just as simple as that. You know, and I understand it because I got a heart for God. But I just can't understand why, if God didn't want me to take a message over there, why would He give me the gifts and the talents? Kind
Mm-hmm.
of like He did at Abraham when He told Abraham, hey, Abraham, wake up. I need you to go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you just go.
That's right. That's right.
Some folks gonna get that, some folks won't. You know, but
And Hollywood, I like how you put that because then we got some Christians that that claim that they're saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Spirit, and they won't even talk to the next door neighbor. You see what I'm
you see,
saying?
that's crazy.
Yeah.
And what I say is this right here: God has put a melody in my heart,
Yeah.
and I don't know who He wants me to give it to. So I ask Him, God, open the door, give me platforms. Now, I'm not one of those singers that use all them that use that vulgar language and stuff like that. Yeah, I got a song out. Let's get to this part here. I got a song out there, and the people say, "Well, you got a song called Sit Your Ass Down." Yes, I do. But you got to listen to the song. You got to
Mm-hmm.
understand it, and then you will see exactly what it's saying. But back to what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
This thing is very serious. We got to stop beating up on our brothers and sisters for what they're singing. That's their
Mm-hmm.
job. That's how they take care of their families
Family.
or
That's right.
their means, you know. And this keeps a lot of them from living under the bridge, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing that I want to share is this here. It's tough. It's tough in gospel, especially being a quartet singer. I've been there. I do that now.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't have to go to your regular job and get money from home to do your job that you hired to do.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? But it's been like that for years. Nobody wants to talk about it. But then when you talk about it, they want to beat you up.
Mm-hmm.
But I bought stocks and Band-Aids, so I'm all right, you know. I take
Yeah.
the cruise. But
Eh,
what I'm saying,
eh,
you know, but what I'm saying is that then when
yeah.
you go to the secular side, the R&B side, that's not peaches and cream every day.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen more love for one another there. I've seen more fairness there. I didn't see the guns being drawn about the money, the acting up and all that stuff like that. It is what it is. And they treat you with respect.
Mm-hmm.
Now, bring it back home. You want the gospel singers to do all of this, jump through all the hoops and everything, but you have no intentions of paying them people before they leave home. But you promise them the world. Then they get there, they're human too.
Yeah.
Well, they supposed to be singing for God. But remember, in the temple, Jesus got upset too. He didn't cuss, but he turned over some tables.
Yeah, that's right.
Am I right or wrong?
You're right.
So we have to look at it from what's real, and we got to learn to treat one another with the utmost respect. Because what did God? And the first thing they want to do is book you with scripture. But my thing to them, I tell them, I said, but what did God tell us to do? Love ye one another as what He did.
That's right. Yeah.
So I didn't say it. If you got a problem with it, take it up. I'm just a messenger.
Yes, sir. I remember one time some lady it was up in Syracuse, New York. She said, "Oh, we're gonna have you do a program." I said, "Okay." We have been working with this lady for a while, and then the last time was something, and then I said, "Wow!" And then she wanted to book us again. I said, "Oh, we can't go all the way to Syracuse on no gas." Up in Syracuse, up in the mountains up there, next to Canada and no man's land. Last time we burnt out a alternator in a van, and you know what I'm saying? We can't do that. So I like what you're saying, business sense, and we're gonna get into that. But I want to take this opportunity, and so many are out there in the chat room. Hey, thank you, Linda Sanders. Thank you so much, Avengers Harper. We got Doctor Frederick Ware Newsom, all the way out of Maryland, is in the house.
That's my family.
All right. Yeah, and so many. We got Shisken Dillard is in the house. We got so many chiming in. Awesome. Yes, thank you all for tuning in. Yeah, we're just going down the road of the songs to life, down in memory lane, and bring it to current. Now, I want to take this opportunity to share your music, man. A new season. I love that. I love that cover right there. New season. And you've got some awesome choices. And one of my favorites that we came on with was Trust God. Oh my God. I mean, my wife is here, and she said, "Wow, I love that song." So you got to play that song coming on. You know what I'm saying? Man, Trust God. Those of you that's out there, you need to get that song. Trust God. Oh my God. And lean not to your own understandings, and in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall, good God Almighty, he shall direct your path.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about that song, man. Tell us about that song, Doc.
Listen, you get it. Hey, it don't take much for me.
Lord have mercy.
But it's just, there's no two ways about it. If you're going to be successful in anything, whether it's in the ministry or if you're going to be an entrepreneur or whatever, you got to have some level of trust.
That's right.
And the one you need to trust is God.
That's right.
Because he's the only one. You know what? He's the only one that I know can turn a man's heart like he turns the river.
That's
People
right.
do things for you and they can't stand you, don't want to have nothing to do with you, but God.
That's
and
right.
That's what you call favor. So we got to learn to trust him.
Glory to God.
Yeah.
Hey, Hollywood, before we get into the other songs, man, I want to open up this line. If you trust God, give us a call here. We speak with Mr. Hollywood Logan. I'll tell you, he is in the house. The legendary Drifte. And we're so glad to have him right here on the Vnetwork Radio. Hey, give us a call. The telephone number is 860-461-7577, 860-461-7577. We want to hear from you. If you want to just give a shout out to Mr. Logan, I know you all have been posting messages on the screen, but if you can, give us a call. 860-461-7577 is the number on the screen. You can give us a call, and you can talk to Mr. Hollywood Logan is in the house. All right. So many posting. Let's see. Amen. We got evangelists. Let's see. We got so many that are watching. And we got some folks over in Africa from Africa that are watching on today.
We talked about that. See the power of the internet. Look at God.
Yeah.
Look at the platform He's giving you. Then you make it available to us.
Yes, and we got Big Chua, Nakoa. Sorry for mispronouncing your name. Is awesome. She says awesome. She loved that. We got folks that are chiming in all the way from Africa and all the different parts of the country today. Thank God for you all. Yes. And we had that song, Trust God, man. That I'm telling you, those of you that now, how can they get your music, Hollywood?
I made it very easy. All you got to do is go to my website. On my website, you can get all of my music, my videos. You can get both my books on my website.
All right.
I'm going to give it to you right now. It's www.iamhollywoodlogan.com. Again, that's www.iamhollywoodlogan.com. And the reason for that is that a lot of and let me say this, I don't have anything against the download companies or anything like that. But I want mine to be personal, and I want it to be as less confusion for the people. And then when they get to the website and they begin to view around there, they might see something else they like. And you can get t-shirts there as well.
All right.
www.iamhollywoodlogan.com.
Yeah. All right. Hey, and I'm telling you, all you all have to do is go out there and get that song, Trust God. Oh my God. I can't just stop talking about it. That's one of my favorites. But we got so many other songs that's here. Praises. Oh my God. Praises.
Yeah.
Oh, Hollywood, our phone started ringing off the hook. Let's see. Hello, you're on with hello. All right. Callers, if you can, call back. Telephone number is on the screen, 860-461-7577. We want to hear from you. Give us a call back here at the station. I know you all called, so make sure you call back. All right. Yeah. So we got songs such as Choices. And we're going to go down the line. Phone's ringing off the hook again. All right. Vnetwork Radio.
Yes, this is Dr. Newsom. I want to talk to my cousin Lee.
All right. The famous Dr. Newsom is in the house. All right, Dr. Newsom.
What's up, cuz? What's going on with you, man?
Hey, I'm great, man. I'm enjoying this wonderful interview. And hey, man, I just want to give you a shout out there in Maryland, and do what you do. And hey, everybody in Maryland, he's going to be running for mayor. Make sure that y'all vote for him.
All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dr. Newsom, thank you so much, man. You're doing an awesome job. And the Newsom Awards coming up in August. The Newsom Awards coming up in August. Dr. Newsom, you have anything else that you like to share?
Yeah, you know what? I like to encourage Hollywood that he's doing a great work for the Lord, and he's a powerful brother. Him and the whole Logan family. They're just a powerful family, and God's doing great things with them. And just to let him know, he's gonna be coming to the Newsom Award, so he might as well pack his bag, get his grip.
All right, all right, all right.
All right. I'll see you there.
All right. Thank you so much. And our good friend Linda Sanders, who's another aspiring new artist in the industry. She's been singing for a long time, but I'll tell you, her music is awesome. You got to hear her. And I think she's going to be there at the Newsom Awards. I got some good news that she's going to be there.
Wow.
We got people coming from
all over the country, the Newsom Awards. And so thank you so much, Dr. Newsom. Hey man, I love your lives that you have on there. And I love the information that you share to the public. And thank you so much for all you do.
Hey, same here, brother. You as well.
All right.
I will talk to you later, man. Keep up the good work.
All right. All right. Yes. So many. Hey, we got another one. Precious Emmanuel from all the way from Africa is in the house. Precious is a young music artist in Africa. I believe she just had a birthday recently. I think she's like 13. Precious, you about 13, right? Thank God for you for tuning in. God bless you. God bless you all the way from Africa.
Hey, Precious, this is for you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Precious.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
She said she just turned 13 years old, and I'm telling you, and you talking about a powerhouse in Africa, and her music is going all over the world. I'm telling you, just like your music, Hollywood man, your music has gone all over the world and touched so many lives. Just look at this, a young, vibrant young lady like her. In Africa, 13, and then we got Carrie Keys that's posting in the chat, says she loves your music. All right, she loves your music. All right,
and hey, make sure you let her know I thank her so much for the encouragement because she's powerful. She's powerful.
Yeah, and when you get a chance, you got to listen to her music. Her name is Precious Emmanuel. And I'm telling you, it's just a blessing. And Linda Sanders, of course, as a new artist. So I was going down the music list. I got so happy here. Praises and a great day. My favorite is Trust God. Yeah. and all favorite classic, Stand By Me. And I'm telling you, you did it right there. That you put a little twist on it. Stand By Me. Yeah. I love that, the way you did that one. Yes. Oh man. And also Jesus. Oh my God. Now you talk about somebody that sounds like Joe Logan. Oh man. Hey man, that's another favorite of mine. Jesus Cares.
Yeah.
Yes. Those of you that haven't gotten those songs, my two favorite is Trust God and Jesus Cares. Let's talk about those songs, man.
Like I said, you got to just trust God. I've been through so many things in my lifetime.
Yeah.
I've had my shares of ups and downs. Well, that's a true song. One of the truest songs I know. But one thing I can say, God has never failed me. He's never left me. He's always been there. So I have no choice but to trust him. And when he speaks to me, a lot of times I don't understand. But I've got the wisdom and enough sense now to know that if he says go left, I hurry up and get left. If he says go right,
yes, sir.
Break out to go right. Because what we got to understand is, a lot of people, you can't tarry. When God tell you to do something, you got to do it right then. Because disobedience is a sin, So when you're trying to live to honor and to please God, you got to move right then, because you never know what lies ahead for you. God has made preparation and made plans, and and made a way for you, but because of your stubbornness,
That's right.
you missed the boat. So yeah, so you got to trust him. You
Yeah.
know, that's why the word says, lean not to your what?
Own understanding.
That's right.
Yep.
So
Yeah. And Carrie Key, she loves that. She say, "Amen." Our good friend Carrie Keys out there. Another gentleman from Arkansas. I want to take this opportunity. And we're praying for his family, Mr. Joshua Richardson in Arkansas, who is always on all of our lives, and he just lost his uncle. And yeah, he said for everybody, if you can say a prayer for Joshua Richardson. He lives in Arkansas, and he's always on the. He's one of Vnetwork radio favorite listeners. He's on radio station. He's always requesting songs for artists, and he just loves the music, and so we'll be praying for his family and so many others. Yeah, so. Hollywood, I want to get everything wrapped up into this interview in a short amount of time. How was it working along with like Bill Pinkney and the Drifters? How was it work? How was it that you worked with them, and how did you like working along with the group?
Man, it was a pleasure and honor to work with them.
Mm-hmm.
It was different because coming out of the gospel, well, I had been doing secular before that, but I had come back to, doing gospel, but never on that level, as I did with the Drifters. I mean, Drifters, game changers, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The venues that I had the opportunity to play, the places that I've seen, the people that I met, us touching different, the hearts and the souls of people through song.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's priceless. I mean, I miss him. He's gone.
Yeah.
But he never forgotten, and I'll always be so grateful.
You can hear that still voice in your head,
yeah.
from the group and things like that. Yeah, and that's one of the things that some of the legendary that have gone on. Like Willie Neal Johnson, the keynotes. I can remember being on stage with him with my group, and he will be in the backstage, and you hear his voice, and he talking to you, encouraging you, and just taking time out to talk with each member of the group, what I'm saying, and just encouraging them, those legends like that, it's just awesome. Look at Pop Spencer, Spencer Taylor Jr. Just had him on, and I'm just a whole got a lot of knowledge, wisdom, understanding. I'm just telling you, and it's great, just to talk with them,
But one night, I'll never forget this here. We were getting dressed on the bus, and matter of fact, we were doing a gospel show. We were doing Joe Logan's Mighty Clouds of Joy anniversary in Dallas, Texas. We were there. No, I'm sorry, it was Beaumont. We were in Beaumont. And just getting ready to get off the bus, and Bill said to me, he said, hold on, I want to talk to you. So I said, we need to begin. He said, no, we got a little while. He said, I just want to talk to you. So sat down and we began to talk.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you, this thing has stuck with me, and it will be with me the rest of my life. He told me, he said, he used to call me Yellow Hammer. He called me Red. He called me Holly. So he had several names for me. But anyways, he told me, he said, I want you to do something for me. I said, yes, sir. What is it? And he said, I don't want you ever to become stagnated. He says, you use this as a stepping stone. I said, Mr. Pinkney, what are you saying? I said, you all right? He said, listen, I see something in you. He said, son, you got greatness in you. He says, don't ever settle. He says, I can't promise you that every day is going to be easy. He says, but you've got that thing. He says, you just got to be born with that, he would call it.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at him and said, well, thank you. He says, if you never remember anything else I said to you, remember that.
Wow.
Yeah. And that what has been, other than God first, but those words that Mr. Pinckney spoke to me was the driving force to a lot of my success, because I mean, I can't settle. I can't give up, because I mean, when you settle, it's like going to court. You could have got the 500 million, but because you didn't want to put in the time, you just settled for the 700,000.
A lot of people don't have the patience, and they just give up, and right at your time that you're gonna give up, that's the time God gonna bless you. Yeah.
Darkest hours.
Mm-hmm.
It's just before day.
Yes, sir. Man, you got to record that one. Oh man, yes, sir. But man, you got so many great songs on here. And these songs right here is just songs from the heart, and you could just feel the spirit, man. And I'm telling you, and it's true, genuine. And I love all your music. And I want all my friends out there to go to, and you can say that website again, Hollywood.
www.IamHollywoodLogan.com.
All right. .com. All right. And I want all my friends to go out there, all Vnetwork radio listeners. Hey, go out there and support our legendary artist, and inbox him if you need more information about what he's doing, where he's at, because he's got itinerary full, and he's been on with some of the best all over the world. Man, what's your the moment in your tour of life that you've been on, a memorable moment?
Well, both of them were New York. I mean, God has blessed me to go to, to Japan, to Africa, all those places, in Switzerland. But when I played the Apollo, because I had heard so many things about it, regardless of how good your group is, it's not about how good your group, it's about the audience. And anybody that's played there, they know what the Apollo is. That makes you a break.
Wow.
But the number one, and I always say this, Madison Square Garden.
Wow. Man.
George Benson, the Temptations, the OJs, Patti LaBelle, Three Dog Nights.
Man. Now, I did a lighting and sound for all OJs, man. I'm telling you, them guys, man. I mean, when you talk about moving and you got to have that spotlight on that leader, you better not move that spotlight. Man, that's a workout right there. Yeah, them guys. Now, and that's the thing, man. Those guys in that music industry, I mean, they work. You know what I'm saying? When they move on that stage and they remember all those those routine dance moves. Oh man, it's just like. But you got to be there and see this and be able to work, behind scenes with these guys. I'm telling you, it is work.
It is, and you know what? A lot of times people say, "Well, man, you guys only up there 45 minutes. Sometimes you have to do a double show." But what they don't understand, the choreography. You think about it, you don't really see real big guys on that circuit, because let me tell you something. You got to work out. You got to work out. You got to be in shape. Because it's what it is. Yeah. And I never forget. They told me. They said, "You know what? The reason we work so hard," and the Drifters had great choreography. Yes, we did. The reason why is because people work hard for their money. And they deserve to get every ounce of energy that we bring to that stage. We leave it there every night. It's not about, I don't feel good. They don't feel. You're there to inspire and lift up those folks. Man, some of them tickets, $40, $50, sometimes $60, $100 tickets.
Yeah.
Folks,
Yeah.
they work all week. Some,
$200 tickets. Yeah.
Yeah. And they come out and then you want to lollygag. No, you got to take care of business and give them what they come for. Don't cheat the people. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. And and that's another great tip in the music industry. Hey, here at Vnetwork Radio, we like to give tips for all of our artists, and we got some young artists, in the out there viewing the Vnetwork Radio. What are some of the give us a tip in the music industry that
The
you
number
can
one,
give?
the number one thing I would tell young artists and even some seasoned artists, learn the business. Take you some courses and learn the business. Singing is all right. But when you don't know anything about the business, your royalties come up short. They might not come up at all.
Wow.
You just need to learn the ins and outs. I'm not telling you got to learn everything, but you need to know something about the business as much as you can. If you got to take online courses, get into school, whatever, get that education. It's important. And then not only that, surround yourself with wise counsel, with people that you can trust. And don't be afraid. The pioneers that are out here, don't be afraid to approach them. Because that may be they may have what you need to get to your next level. And you got to understand the power in a conversation. And it's all up to you.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I want to thank Pastor Celeste Crenshaw is out here. She's another pastor and artist in the music industry. She's got a wonderful CD project. Yes, I'm telling you, it's so wonderful. We got so many artists that love your music and love what you do and have watched you down through the years. And it's just awesome. How has now, a lot of artists, they sit back and they just say, woe is me. And how has the internet has helped you during this COVID time? And also a lot of artists, they're sitting back now. And have you continued to write your music during this time? How has it been for you? Or yeah.
You know what? COVID has been a disaster, has been a beast. But you know what? It should have been a huge opportunity for all artists. Okay, Hollywood, why do you say that? Because now you can't go out and mingle and do the things that you normally do. So now pick up your pen and pencil, pen and paper, write. And and that's what I got a brand new project, a 10-song CD. I'm gonna release it around the first of the year.
All right.
But and a new DVD as well. But here's the thing: the internet is an artist's best friend, because even though they tell you, even if you're quarantined and you can't go outside, they cannot stop you from hooking up your internet and going live.
That's right.
They may get tired of you going live, but they can't stop you. And the thing that you must think about, years ago in Nashville, Tennessee, when they would break a record, Wolfman Jack would break a record and stuff, he would break the record. When I say break a record, that means introduce it to the country.
Right.
But it would take him 3-4 days, sometimes a week. Right? But watch the blessing that God has bestowed upon me and every other artist, every pastor, every minister. You can go online now and go live and break your music, introduce your music to the whole world.
Yeah.
In 5 minutes. How powerful is that?
That's wonderful.
Now, the word of God, yes, I'm saying this, teaches us we have not because we ask not. But sometimes, brothers and sisters, we got to invest in ourselves. Sometimes You got to encourage yourself, because sometimes folks tell
All
you, you
right.
need to come home and don't never get back on. But you know what God gave you to do.
Mm-hmm.
So do it to the best of your ability and be obedient, because somebody needs to hear what you got to say. And I'm going to say this and then I'm going to hush. God dropped this in my spirit one night. I allowed you to live here on earth. So that means that I'm expecting you to make this a better place than you found.
Mm-hmm.
Not only for Hollywood, but for everybody else. God gave you a word or a message or something. He didn't give it just for you. It's intended for you to leave this place, for all of us to leave this place a better place than we found. How are we going to do that? By loving one another and being obedient to the word.
That's right. Yes, sir. Yeah, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that. And my chat is just going off the hook here. People are just commenting. They say, "Amen." Exactly. So much. Thank you for your time and expertise, Mr. Hollywood Logan. All right. Hey, yes, those of you that can support Mr. Logan, new season, Hollywood Logan. I'm telling you, he's doing a new thing, and you got to have. I'm telling you, my favorites are Trust God and Jesus Cares. And we didn't touch on this. I want to get this. Who is some of your mentors in gospel music? Some of your favorite singers that kind of you knew that you kind of love.
You know, I got to get that little fella down there in Lake City, South Carolina, some love.
Oh yeah, oh the doc,
the doctor.
All right, yeah.
But
Doc
he's
McKenzie.
gone, but he's never forgotten, never will be forgotten. And Mr. Joe Logan.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's something on my what do they call it? On my bucket list.
Uh-huh.
I always wanted to do a song with the Mighty Clouds of Joy.
All right.
So maybe God will show me favor someday and allow me to do that.
I'm telling you, you did that song, Jesus Care. Oh my God. Y'all guys got to get that one. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as a businessman in the gospel field, I think the late Reverend Howard Hunt. My God, that you talking about a businessman. Mm-hmm. And we can't leave the brothers out.
All right.
You know, Doug and Melvin, you can't leave them out.
Yeah.
Oh
man.
And I'm telling you, but it's just so many.
Yeah.
And just south of you, there's a great pastor. And I don't think they give her enough love. I love to hear talk about Hold My Mule.
All right, now.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. Shirley Caesar.
Shirley Caesar, yeah.
She is special. She's another person with all kind of wisdom.
Yeah.
And she's approachable. And that's the great thing about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and she's transparent, but she's real. And that's what we need to be, all of us.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I know your CD projects and DVD projects is going to hit the world by storm. I'm telling you, it's great, man. Continue in the gospel with what you're doing. And I just love to see our legends. And I want everybody to post on this timeline, show your love for Mr. Hollywood Logan. And just share the broadcast, and also if he's out there, just tag him and say, hey, we love your music. Share his post about his music projects. I'm telling you, so great that we support one another, and that way, you know, radio stations, if you haven't gotten Mr. Hollywood Logan's music, you need to get his music. You need to inbox him or inbox me so that we can get you into contact with Mr. Logan, and radio's promoters. If you like to book Mr. Logan for event, you want to make sure that you reach out to him, and he's going to give you that information right now, and we're going to give him the last words.
Well, first, let me say this. I thank each and every one of you for taking the time out to hang out with me and this radio angel. Now he's a television angel, huh? Brother Don. I love you guys, and there's nothing you can do about it.
All right.
Now, if you want to get in touch with me, and I'd love to come work with the promoters, you can reach me, and all of my music, everything's in one place. I made it very simple for you. Just go to my website. Anything that you need, you think you might need on Hollywood Logan, you can get it there. Contact me, dates, whatever. Buy the music, the books, T-shirts, videos, everything's there. All you got to do is go to www.iamhollywoodlogan.com. Again, that's www.iamhollywoodlogan.com. And when you go there, make sure you leave me a comment. Let me know that you've been there.
Yeah.
And leave your email, because what we do is sometimes, I just go on there, just to go on there and see what emails I got. And then I'll just randomly go through and bless somebody to have lunch on me. So.
All right.
Hey.
Yeah. Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, we love all the music. Don't forget choices, praises, great day, trust God, and famous, Stand By Me. And you want to get that project and with a nice little twist to it. And I'm telling you, it sounds so good to me. And Jesus Cares. Oh, yes, my God. And you talk about sounding like Joe. No, man. Joe ain't got nothing on you. I mean, you hit it, man. Oh my God!
That's an honor to be even mentioned in the same realm with him, because he is truly the epitome of what front men.
Yeah.
See, you can be a lead singer, but Joe was a front man. He knew. He took it.
Yes, sir. Man, I got so much that I would like to questions, and man, we're gonna have to do a part B to this.
Let's do it.
To get it all in, man. Thank you so much, the legendary Mr. Hollywood Logan of the Drifte, the original Drifters. All right.
Thank you so much for having me. And again, I love all of you guys. And make sure you guys hit me up. Come to the website, www.iamhollywoodlogan.com.
All right. Thank you so much. God bless now.
Bless you.
All right. Take care. All right. You all heard it right here on the Vnetwork Radio. The original the Drifter, Mr. Hollywood Logan. I'm telling you, legendary. Right here on the Vnetwork Radio. Hey, got an exciting program for you. Tomorrow night, we want you to tune in. We're going to have Bishop. Yes, I want you all to come back. Bishop Joseph G. Sneed, and he has a new project out, Blessed Assurance. I'm telling you, man of God. And so we want you all to come on back out tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, right here on the Vnetwork Radio. Tomorrow night, we're going to have Mr. Joseph G. Sneed, Bishop Joseph G. Sneed. Blessed Assurance. Come on out and support the bishop on tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. And I got a treat for you coming up Monday night. Monday night, we got a treat for you. And we just had this artist contact us, and we're going to have him on. Another legend will be in the house. Yes, a special guest, Mr. Ralph T. Lofton. Yes, y'all seen him play for all of the different gospel artists, gospel choirs, gospel groups, studio recording artists. Oh my God. Yes, he's going to be here with us on Monday night at 8 o'clock. So we got 2 more Power Pack interviews. So we want you all to be with us on tomorrow night with Bishop Joseph G. Sneed, and with his new project, Blessed Assurance. And also come Monday night, put it on your books. Special guest, Mr. Ralph T. Lofton, will be with us in the house. I'm telling you, it's going to be great. Stay tuned. All right. Make sure you share the broadcast, share the flyers. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow night again with another legend, and even more on Monday, another legend. All right. Right here on the Vnetwork Radio. Peace. All right. See y'all.